Hi guys, today we're taking a look at two Star projectors from a company called Encalife. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So the key difference between the two projectors, the one here is just a standard Star Light projector that comes with a remote control and Bluetooth speaker built in. But the one over here is a smart one, and you can control that with the Smart Life app, and it's compatible with both the Google Home and the Amazon voice control products. So I'll be opening up both the packages, testing them both out, and hopefully it'll give you a better idea of which one's more suitable for you. I've laid out everything you get in the packaging. So on this side, you get a user manual, which is multi-language. You get a remote control, takes two AAA batteries, doesn't come with any. Get a USB Type A to mini USB cable, and the cable length on this is 141 centimeters. Build quality of the cable seems good. Projector has a matte black finish all the way around, and there's a plastic globe on the top of this. It's 16 centimeters in diameter, and the height from top to bottom comes in at 11.5. All plasticky feel all the way around on this. You've got some rubber feet and the location for the speaker, on off, DC power input, a USB point. Looks like you can plug in music and play it directly off here. Brightness control and navigation over here. So that allows you to go back to the previous track, next track, and even pause music. Connectivity options are here, and general build seems okay. Coming onto the smart projector, this one's called Atmosphere. Has a user manual which is all in English. USB power brick, 5 volts, 1 amp output on this. Nice and compact, and the output's on the back. Get a power cable, one end is a DC connection point and the other end is USB-A. Build quality of cable feels good, and the length is 174 centimeters. Onto the projector, more of a compact design to this one. So still the diameter is 16 centimeters, but the thickness on this is just 6.5 centimeters. You've got a lens location here, says laser aperture and laser light. Remove this protective film sticker before use. Let's pull that off. And coming around, just silver design on there, all matte white finish. And looking over here, just a DC input. All plasticky build, and build quality seems fine. Let's begin with testing out this projector. So first of all, to note, you can place it directly on the floor on a table, so it's a flat surface, but they've got some mount points at the back there, so you can place it on the side of a wall, just mounted on there. It's just a matter of putting 2 screws in, and that clips into place. There's no additional adjustment on here. To get this powered on, you've got the input point here. To take one end of the cable, plug that in. The other end goes into a power source. Now the good thing about this, the fact it's USB, you can plug it into a power bank if you wanted to, so you're not limited to just plug it into mains power. And that can be quite an advantage. And if I plug this in now, turning it on, it's just flipping this switch.
Bluetooth mode.
There you go. First thing it says is Bluetooth mode. And as I've already mentioned, there's a Bluetooth speaker built into this. You can see the lights coming off this. With the Star projector now on a table, just moving back, you can see the effect it gives off. Really cool. So you can see the little stars appearing and the sort of cloudy effect in the background, just in blue. It's all configurable, and certain parts can be turned off as well. So I'll show that in a second. Let me run you through the different options you have available on here. So looking at the remote, at the top you've got LED, and pressing that turns on the background LEDs. So this is the cloudy effect you can see. And then below that you've got laser. Pressing that, you can see the stars appear. Then you've got different color options here, so 4 in total. So if I click on the R, that gives the red effect, then the green. And what it does, as you press the second color, it adds that to the list. So you get red and green, and now we've got green, and I'll press W, it does green and white, and then blue over here, so blue and white. Looks pretty cool. Next, you've got the controls here for Bluetooth connectivity. It's a previous track, next track, and volume controls. The voice control option over here, that allows you to connect to Bluetooth or the USB memory for playing music. Down below, you've got speed options. So if I increase that, you can see the LED side of things moving around. And if I press it again, speeds up a bit more. Gives a really cool effect on here. Going back down again, there you go, stops. Then you've got a fade mode. I click that, you can see the LEDs going into a fade effect. Clicking the one below, another fade effect on that. Then you've got a brightness level here. See the LED brightness go down and then back up. Laser light button here. Press that, see it disappear. Press it again, reappears. Just brings it on and off. The icon over here, if you long press that, that will cancel the timing option, and the 2 timing options are just next to it there. And that's it, that's all the options you have available. You've seen for yourself, very convenient having the remote and just an easy way to control this. And the quality you get off the Star Projector is really cool. Let's test out the Bluetooth speaker on here. So coming over to my Android phone, if I drop this down, Bluetooth is on. And if I scroll down, you can see the device here, BTK10. If I click on that, requesting to pair, there you go, that's paired up now. So I've got my sound level meter here. Let's play some music at maximum. Get about 71 decibels from there. And I'll be honest, sound quality is reasonable. It's not extremely loud in any way. It's just a basic speaker, nothing too impressive, but just that added bit of functionality if you wanted to make use of it. Now moving on to the smart projector, in terms of positioning, you've got these plastic ridges down below, and that allows you to obviously place it facing a ceiling. But if you go down a notch, you can move it further down and then moving it onto a certain wall. So that's quite good about this particular one. It can be easily placed into position and adjusted, but there's no mounting holes for this one. To power it on, get the DC connection cable, plug it into the DC connection point here. And the other end, which is a USB type A, just gets plugged into a power brick or even a power bank. So that's what's quite useful about this one as well. Now it's plugged in, you can see the projection coming. The area over here has a button, so as you press it, it will alternate between different colors. And it also doubles up as a power button, so that's completely off now. Pressing it again, comes on, and it will cycle through the colors. With the projector positioned on the table, this sort of effect you can expect to get from this. Again, quality is very good on here, and you can see a transition as it alternates and spins around. Looks really good. Let's make a start at setting up this device. I'm at my Android phone. If I go to the Play Store, this is the app you're after, Smart Life. So if you haven't got it installed, obviously install it and sign up with an account on there. I've already got it installed, so if I click open, you can see the other smart tech I've got already. So to add this in, first of all, we need to come over to the device. The button over here, the power button, if I hold on to that for a few seconds, it should begin to flash. There you go. So you can see the blue light flashing at the side. On the app, if I click plus, just go to lighting and select light source Wi-Fi. Need to enter in my Wi-Fi credentials. So this is only compatible with 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi networks. Next to this, I can confirm it's flashing, which you've seen a moment ago. Next to that, let's give it a moment. So there you go, as simple as that to get added in. You can select a room you want it to go in. I'll select studio and click done. Let me show you around all the options you have with the device. So looking in the app, you can see the icon for it. There's a power indicator there as well. If I press that, you can turn it off, turn it back on from there too. Going into the device, this is what you're presented with. And in the corner there, you've got a settings option. This is where you can rename it. You can move the room it's in. You can see what third-party controls it's compatible with. So both the Amazon and Google side of things. You can get a notification if it goes offline. You can share it with other people, and you can create a group. So that's quite an interesting one. If you have multiple Star projectors, you can group them all together and you can control them at the same time with this. Now looking below, you've got a remove device. So this is where you can completely wipe it from your system. Back from here, all the way down below, you can see a timer option. This is where you can set timers for it. And then you've got a power button there as well. And then schedule. So this is where you can set timers on it. There's no limit to the number of timers you can have. It's applicable 7 days a week, so you can customize it to exactly how you want it. And you can get it obviously turning it on and off. Back from there, back again. And then looking along the top, you've got 3 tabs. So the first one's laser. So the stars you're seeing on there, you can turn them off, for instance. Turn them back on again. You can change the brightness level on here. Take it back up again. And the spinning action you're seeing, you can slow that down or even literally bring it to a standstill. So lots of functionality to control it. Let's take it back up. Color, this is where you can pick the color for the transitions. Looks really cool and very easy to use and change between the different colors. Really impressive. Now clicking that, nothing happens on there. If you wanted to take out the cloud side of things, There you go. So you just see the stars. Bring it back on. You got brightness levels for that as well. So take it right down, take it all the way up. Brightness levels are really good on this. Now looking below, looks like it's a contrast sort of saturation there. So you can see another color coming through on there. Looking at the top, you've got scene. Coming in here, you've got 4 default scenes on here. So let's go to sleeping first of all. There's an edit option too. So you can edit the details behind this or even reset it if you've messed it up. Then you've got romantic. Party. And finally, relaxing. Very simple to use, as you've seen. I like the fact the app has a lot of functionality behind it and very easy to navigate about. It's nice having the GUI interface on here to allow you to control it and more at ease than using a remote, I'd say. Let me show you how to get the smart Star Projector working both the Google and Amazon voice control products. I've got my devices just down here and on my phone. Let's start with the Google side of things. So if I open up the Home app, go to the plus, set up device, works with Google, and the service you want to add in is Smart Life. You can see my one's already there. Just select it, enter in your credentials for the app, and then it will link in. Now coming back, and if I scroll down, you can see it just here. It's a smart Star Projector. You can turn it off from here, turn it on, go in there, change the brightness levels. Color selection is available too. As simple as that to control. And if we unmute the device. So now if I say, change brightness on Star Projector to 100%.
Got it. Setting Smart Star Projector brightness to 100%.
Change color on Smart Star Projector to blue.
All right, changing Smart Star Projector to blue.
So there you go, as simple as that to get up and running with the Google side of things. Coming on to the Amazon side, if we go to the app here, go to more, skills and games, and we search for Smart Life. That's the skill you're after. Same thing again, add it in, it'll ask for your credentials and it will link in. And now go into devices, lights, and you can see it just here, Smart Star Projector. Same thing again, you can turn it off from here, so it's a shortcut. Turn it back on again, going in there, same options available. Brightness level as well can be adjusted. Color can be changed. And voice commands are available too. It's nice to see this functionality available. We can control it via voice. And if you didn't want to use a Smart Life app, you can go via this. But again, only limited functionality is available on there. So there we have it. You've seen both the projectors in action. Really impressed by the functionality. The quality of the LEDs and lasers on both of them is really good. Can easily fill out a whole room. Both have their own positives and negatives. If we have a look at this one first, main positive is you don't need an app, just work straight off the remote with this. Very simple to set up and use. Has a Bluetooth speaker on there, so additional functionality. Speaker quality is reasonable, I'd say, nothing that impressive, but it does have that if you wanted to use that functionality. Options for placing it into your room are limited. Obviously, you just place it directly on a surface or mount it against the wall. It's nice it can work off a power bank too, and it avoids the situation where you have to take your phone out and use an app for that. So very simple to use. Moving on to the smart projector, this too was very easy to set up, but it does rely on an app to use this. It does have the button at the side so you can flip between different options on there, but not as granular as the app. And that's what's really impressive about this one. The app has a lot of functionality about it and very easy to set up and use. It doesn't have a Bluetooth speaker built in, but that's fine. I wouldn't really expect to use this for that purpose. If I had to choose between the two, personally, I'd go for this one as I really like smart tech and it's a perfect addition to my gaming setup. And I personally use Smart Life app anyway for all my smart tech, so it's an added bonus for me. So there you go, I hope it's helped anyone looking to purchase a Star Projector. Details for both these items are in the description below, including purchasing links. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.